You're back with another one. This time we got top 10 anime where the main character gets transferred to another world with strong powers. This is by Animeology, and good thing I did not read that comment. I saw the timestamps. So I knew exactly what it was about. Make sure y'all like the video, comment, subscribe. Let's get into it. But first, quick thing. I have a bunch of videos that have been blocked, like that might be going or are going back up. Whoa, that's not what it said before. That one is not going back up. That are going, they're going back up. Just got to get a couple sections trimmed out, and not this one because Cultaholic wanted to give me a manual copyright strike. That's right when I started, and I don't know. The video was like 10 minutes long. I turned it into an 18-minute video, but it's whatever. It's in the past, so
just be nice to hit reset on a situation. That is why some of the greatest anime
just know if you guys are into wrestling videos, I'm not doing a Cultaholic video ever again.
The same character and personality.
Let me vent real quick. Let me vent real quick. It's kind of crazy because all of their footage was taken from WWE, right? So if WWE decided I don't want your channel up, they could do that. So it's kind of hypocritical of them to copyright strike someone else's video when they did the same thing with WWE stuff. I'm just, that's been bugging me. But anyways,
but with some insanely strong powers. Great to see you again at Animeology. We know there are a fair few isekai animes out there, but we've got some quality recommendations that you probably haven't seen. Make sure to stick around until the end because our top 3 will definitely surprise you.
I mean, their top 3 might not, or might surprise me because most of the time they really don't put things that kind of go with the topic.
An awesome high school setting with some brilliant fantasy tones guarantees Angel Beats as one of the better series we've come across. Set against an interesting setting of the afterlife, a kind of limbo filled with people that have encountered serious trauma and difficulty in life. It's easy to see why this is such a great anime series. In order to pass on and be reincarnated, the inhabitants of Angel Beats need to overcome and deal with their emotional issues. We follow Yuzuru Otonashi, a young boy with amnesia. The story picks up with him meeting Yuri Nakamura, a beautiful girl that enlists him into an elite organization. The Afterlife Battlefront is a group that rebels against God and the unfair circumstances he's forced upon the inhabitants of Angel Beats. Their major enemy is Angel, the student council president. As an associate of God, Angel has superpowers and is a powerful foe. The story of Angel Beats certainly develops in an interesting way, with a collection of fresh and unique characters to complement this highly engaging series. The various story arcs are also extremely unique and very refreshing. A brilliant series that challenges the norm. Definitely check out Angel Beats.
Yeah, I definitely started watching Angel Beats. I got like 2 episodes in, and then I decided yeah, I'm gonna continue watching this. I went to sleep for the night, and completely forgot I was watching that, and I never went back. Like I was, as soon as the video start, like Angel Beats started the section, I was just like, I've seen this, but I didn't get far. It took me a minute to remember. I actually seen that, I just didn't go back.
Number 9,
for no reason.
Of God. Although this franchise has been around for a while, there was only a recent anime adaptation, so brilliantly done, it had us begging for more. By the grace of the gods, it's still able to swivel into an absolutely engaging adventure series, following Ryoma Takabashi, a lonely man that lives an unhappy life until he dies one day during his sleep. Waking up in the afterlife, he meets 3 gods that actually really like him. These gods take pity on Ryoma and decide to transfer him to another world and give him some insane powers. On top of that, they bless him to have a new life filled with exciting challenges and great luck. Number 8, Dog and Scissors.
Dog and scissors. I bit the mess on my tongue a couple days ago, and it still hurts.
A bit more twisted
So,
than most anime series, but
sorry if I
still an
keep like
absolutely
showing
brilliant
my
watch.
tongue.
Dog and Scissors is a pretty dark comedy that is quite unlike anything you've ever seen. Around Kazuhito Hirami, a high schooler that loves to read. Starting off with Hirami trying to protect a stranger during a robbery, our hero gets shot and killed. So saddened that he died without being able to read his favourite author's unreleased last book, the universe takes pity on him and he is reincarnated as a dog. But not just any dog. Adopted by Kirihime Natsuno, the person he tried to save, and the only person that can understand him, and also his favourite writer. But she's also insanely evil and likes torturing him with scissors.
Oh, wow.
A fun and intimate watch about meeting your heroes and a budding relationship that blossoms from nothing. Dog and Scissors had us laughing in one scene and emotionally invested in the next. Extremely unique and a clear sign of the evolution of anime.
That was a pretty cool premise. I did not expect her to be evil. And like just being evil, okay. But then she's torturing dogs with scissors. Bro, you were more than evil. You're beyond evil. You were a villain. Straight up a villain.
Number 7, My Next Life as a Villainess. A fun spin on some classic anime tropes, an engaging MC helps make this fantastic series that we could not stop watching. The very first episode had us hooked and transported into this awesome world of romance and comedy. Following Katrina Clace, a young noble woman bumping her head and realizing that she's been transferred into a strange world. She remembers her past life as an anime lover and otaku. Reborn as a noble woman in one of her favorite games, she recollects that Katrina Clace is actually the bad guy, the villainess.
Dang.
Regardless of what decision she makes, she's doomed to be exiled or killed. Such begins the awesome comedy behind My Next Life as a Villainess, as we follow Katrina desperately attempting to prevent being exiled or killed, but of course, it seems as though every step she takes to avoid her fate only brings her closer to it. The additional characters of the series also brings a lot to it. Some brilliant character dynamics with some well-designed plot developments. An absolutely fantastic anime that you definitely need to check out. Number 6, Punchline.
I don't know. If I was in that situation, I know it's destined. Bet I guess I'm gonna be evil. I'm gonna be the most evil person. I'm gonna be Azula. Straight up. I'm definitely being Azula. I already know what's gonna happen, so might as well.
A mix of
Azula really threatened the guy, a captain of a ship, because he was worrying about the whole ship's safety. She threatened his life. That's crazy.
adventure and comedy with a brilliant touch of supernatural makes Punchline extremely well-rounded and an absolutely engaging anime series that is really hard to criticize. At its core, this series is absolutely hilarious. Starting off as an anime series, Punchline should have been way bigger than it was. Honestly, this series is extremely underrated. Following Yuta Iradatsu and his adventures as an apartment complex with 4 beautiful women. One day, after a strange incident on a bus, Yuta is ejected from his own physical body and becomes a spirit. Learning about his new spirit powers, he attempts to master his new form and attempts to protect the women in his life. Unfortunately, if he sees a girl's panties twice in a row, the Earth will be destroyed. Absolutely hilarious and fun to its core, this is an anime series that you need to watch. The story actually does develop in an interesting way as we start to learn more and more about the spirituality behind the world of Punchline. With some fantastic characters and engaging development, do not miss out on this one.
Bro, easy way to solve that. I find out, I'm stabbing him in the eyes. Both of them. Same time. 2 knives. Real quick. He's done. He's done. It's over with.
Number 5, Dr. Stone. Although making waves when this anime series was first released, The initial buzz has sort of died out, and the later series was nowhere nearly as well received. Regardless,
Really? Dang.
this is a fantastic anime with an MC that really sets Dr. Stone apart from the rest. Set in the ultra-distant future, the year 5738 AD, about 4,000 years after a mysterious apocalyptic event that froze humans in time and almost completely wiped out all of mankind. A 15-year-old genius is suddenly revived and transferred to a world that barely has any trace of human civilization. Setting up a base camp and studying these frozen humans looking for a cure, as well as using his deep understanding of science in order to restore humanity to its former glory. We slowly see our MC, Senku Ishigami, look to rebuild civilization and join him as he attempts to overcome the many hurdles in his path. An interesting and engaging watch that went for a more down-to-earth and factual approach. Not much personal character development, but the world building and base storyline is so interesting and engaging that it really did not matter. Number 4.
Dr. Stone was pretty cool. I'll be honest with y'all. It was good enough to where I wanted to keep watching, but not good enough to make it a priority. If that makes sense.
The world's finest assassin gets reincarnated.
Okay, before I keep going, yeah. So it was good enough to keep watching, but not a priority, because it came out at the same time as like Fire Force and then Doctor Stone, Fire Force and Black Clover was out. Like it was popping, and out of those three, Doctor Stone was the least of the favorites of those three. I liked Fire Force, and I liked Black Clover way more than both of those other two. So, and I think Overlord came out too at the same time, which I haven't watched that yet, but I really do want to. So, like, Dr. Stone might have to get pushed back again. That was a good lineup. That was a good year of anime. That was a good lineup right there.
Into another world.
And My Hero, I think. Don't quote me.
As an aristocrat.
Dang, what is this?
Gets reincarnated
The world's
into
finest
another
assassin.
world as an aristocrat. Easily one of the newest anime adaptations on the list, the world's finest assassin absolutely blew us away. Seriously, I cannot stop talking about this series. It's the perfect time to get in on the ground floor of what might be one of the greatest anime series to be released in a very long time. The story starts off following an old man that is considered the world's greatest assassin looking to retire. His plane was sabotaged and even he was unable to escape his fate, dying and transferred to a magical world as a noble. Saved and given a second opportunity at life by a goddess that needs his skills in order to prevent the destruction of this foreign fantasy world. Our hero swears to live his life to the fullest and sets off on an epic adventure to save this magical world. Number 3.
Assassins have always been very cool in like media to me. Like, I played every game of the Assassin's Creed. I know it's a different type of assassins. They've gone so far off the mark, like what Assassin's Creed used to be. I would love them to make like a current day Assassin's Creed, where you have sniper rifles and like guns and stuff, like pretty much Hitman, but with Assassin's Creed story and like the world. That'd be very cool. You could fly planes. Okay, maybe this game might be a little bit too much for Assassin's Creed, but you can sneak on like a plane or something, like full like an enemy cartel or something. You just blow it up. I don't know why I used the cartel. There's many, like a mafia I could have said, but you know what I mean. Assassin, like pay per contract. I don't know what I'm trying to say anymore. Let's keep going.
Recreators. Anime is slowly entering the mainstream Western media sphere. Recreators is the state of this modern westernized approach to anime series. choosing to do things a little different to traditional anime. We still loved every minute of it. Following a young high schooler and anime fan by the name of Sota Mushishino, a huge otaku that dreams of writing his own novel is one day transferred into a magical world.
Oh, he didn't even
of
die.
his
He's just
favorite mecha anime
he's
series.
transferred.
However, this isn't exactly a faithful adaptation. Sota soon realizes that this world that he's been transferred into is filled with many characters from many different forms of media and stories altogether, caught up in the middle of an epic war that rages on in this world. Sota teams up with a group of adventurers as he looks to save this magical realm and restore peace. Number 2, Nobugana Concerto. A bit slower than most anime series we like to watch, with a heavy focus on being historically accurate and in telling a heartfelt and intimate story. It's a pity that we don't see as many quality grades as Nobugana Concerto. Following Saburo, a high schooler that is one day transferred to Japan's Sengoku era. He has no choice but to ultimately become Oda Nobugana, one of the most famous warlords in all of Japan.
I thought it was Nobunaga.
To become Oda Nobugana.
Oda Nobugana. Hold up. Nobugana. Okay. Nobunaga. Oh, it's the same. It's the same person. Wait. Nobugana. Does not exist. Does not exist. Okay, so it just said it wrong.
One of the most famous warlords in all of Japan. One who helped unite the entire country.
Probably somebody who exists with that name, but but not like famous.
With nothing but his history textbook to occasionally guide him, we learn a lot about Japan during the Sengoku era. A tale of double dealings, twists, turns, and struggles for power. There really isn't any anime quite like this, and that's why you need to do yourself a favor and check it out. And
if that's historically accurate, I might watch that, even if it looks. Oh, I don't know. It looks kind of. I don't like the animation style. That's the only reason. But if it's historically accurate, I really like historically accurate, like entertaining historically accurate shows. Like Drifters, they take a little reach, but like they use elements like Assassin's Creed. Like it's mostly historically accurate. I mean, of course, it's not fully because I don't think Ezio really existed, but they have like elements and like things that happen that actually happen in real life. I think that's really cool.
Number 1, high school prodigies have it easy even in another world.
Oh, he did that with the
A
most
really
confidence.
interesting and
What if
engaging
that didn't work? He just the monster just smiles. He's like, oh crap.
anime that looks to further flesh out the idea of transferring to another world and really changing it for the better, as opposed to the classic go on an adventure and defeat the demon lord. This is a series that holds on to its fantasy roots but looks to innovate wherever else it can, following 7 high schools that are internationally well known due to their insane abilities. From genius inventors to political leaders, ninjas, doctors, swordsmen, their plane crashes and they awaken in a medieval fantasy world. An interesting world is painting, with a huge divide between humans with magical capabilities and those without. After being rescued, the group looks to use their advanced skills and knowledge to help the people of this world and improve their standard of living for the better. A fun watch with brilliant characters trapped in an interesting situation. Every episode takes you on a unique and engaging tale that helps further develop the magical world that our MCs have been transported to. It is a must-watch for sure.
Okay, what I just thought of something. What if like the American in me thought about that crystal looks very expensive. So what if you just, like, cut his arms off, cut his legs off and his head off, and just, rip it out. It's probably worth a very lot of money, a lot of money. Um, yeah, that's all I really got. Honestly, that's all I really got here. It still pissed me off. And the worst part is I've seen other people react to this. I've seen Ross do cultaholic videos. I've seen like a lot of people do cultaholic videos. But the one time I tried to do a cultaholic video, I even linked it in the description. Man, the one time I tried to do a cultaholic video, I get a copyright strike. That really pissed me off. I'm off it. I'm off it. Alright. Oh, it went all the way back. I was like, that's not my newest video. I'm gonna get out of here. Hope y'all enjoy. I'm out. Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.